Every morning, millions of people begin their day facing the same fundamental choice. Will they focus on possibilities or limitations, on destinations or obstacles? The single decision shapes everything that follows. The difference between extraordinary achievement and quiet frustration often comes down to mindset. Today, we're exploring 5 transformative principles that have helped leaders, innovators, and everyday heroes unlock their potential and create lasting impact. These aren't just theories. They're practical tools that anyone can apply, starting today. Let's discover how to not just survive in our complex world, but truly thrive. Principle number 1. Pursue opportunities, not permission. Imagine you're at a community event where volunteers are distributing free resources. There's a long line forming, and most people automatically join it. Many of us are conditioned to follow established patterns. We see the line, we join the line. We see the traditional path. We follow it without question. But exceptional achievers see differently. They don't ignore the barriers. They simply refuse to be defined by them. They ask, what's the real objective here? And is there another way to reach it? This isn't about cutting corners or disrespecting others. It's about recognizing that many perceived barriers are simply unwritten conventions, not actual limitations. The world rewards those who create paths, not just those who follow them. Ask yourself, what are my true objectives, and what invisible lines am I waiting in simply because everyone else is? Principle number 2, cultivate collective strength. Elite military units around the world have discovered something fascinating about what makes a great team member. It's rarely what we expect. Contrary to popular belief, the standout performers in high-pressure environments aren't necessarily the strongest individuals or the natural-born leaders. When studied closely, the individuals who excel in the most demanding situations share an unexpected quality. When personally exhausted, they find reserves of energy not for themselves, but to support their teammates. This reveals a profound truth. True excellence isn't about individual performance. It's about lifting those around you, especially when you have nothing left to give. This principle extends far beyond special operations. In our interconnected world, no significant achievement happens in isolation. The question isn't whether you can reach your goals alone. You can't. The question is, who will you help along the way, and who will you allow to help you? The most successful people aren't those who project constant self-sufficiency. They're those who master the art of meaningful connection, knowing when to offer support and when to accept it. Remember, appearing invulnerable doesn't make you strong. It makes you isolated. True strength comes from building a community where everyone elevates everyone else. Principle number 3, master the discipline of listening. Throughout human history, many cultures have developed sophisticated practices for collective decision-making. One particularly powerful approach comes from traditional leadership councils. Notice 2 critical elements. First, participants always sit in a circle, creating equality. Second, the most respected leaders speak last, not first. In today's world, we often mistake quick opinions for strong leadership. The executive who immediately offers their solution seems decisive. But this approach silences diverse perspectives and limits collective intelligence. True leadership requires extraordinary self-discipline, the ability to temporarily suspend your own judgment while genuinely exploring others' viewpoints. This isn't just being quiet until your turn. It's actively processing what others contribute. When you master this discipline, 2 remarkable things happen. First, others feel truly valued, increasing their commitment. Second, your eventual decision benefits from multiple perspectives, making it stronger than any individual could create alone. Challenge yourself. In your next discussion, practice being the last to speak, not just waiting for your turn, but truly listening to understand. Ask clarifying questions. Explore why others hold their views. Then, when everyone has spoken, offer your perspective, enriched by what you've learned. Principle number 4, embrace accountability. In the 1800s, hospitals across Europe faced a devastating crisis. Women were dying at alarming rates shortly after childbirth, sometimes up to 70% of patients. Medical professionals were baffled. They conducted countless studies, proposed numerous theories, but the tragedy continued unabated for decades. Eventually, One physician made a startling observation. Doctors were performing autopsies and then immediately attending to births without washing their hands. When basic hygiene protocols were finally implemented, the mortality rates plummeted. This historical example reveals a timeless truth. Sometimes the solution is simple, but our reluctance to consider our own role in the problem prevents us from seeing it. In our personal and professional lives, we're quick to identify external factors causing our problems. The market conditions, the difficult client, the uncooperative colleague. But transformative leaders ask a different question. What's my contribution to the situation? Accountability isn't about self-blame, it's about empowerment. When you acknowledge your role in creating challenges, you discover your power to resolve them. This balanced approach means taking appropriate credit for successes while accepting responsibility for setbacks. Ask yourself, what aspect of my current challenges am I contributing to? Perhaps unknowingly? What might change if I shifted my own approach first? Principle number 5, practice genuine humility. What makes certain organizations consistently deliver exceptional experiences while others falter? The answer often lies in how leadership approaches their team. In one leading hospitality company, team members consistently demonstrate remarkable enthusiasm and authenticity. When asked why, an employee shared something revealing about the managers. Throughout the day, they check in with me, asking what I need to do my job better. At another establishment, the same employee described a completely different experience. There, managers mainly look for what I'm doing wrong. I just try to stay under the radar and get through the day. This principle extends beyond organizations to personal conduct. Consider the story of a renowned leader who addressed a major conference. The previous year, in the same venue, as a high-ranking official, he received VIP treatment, business class travel, personal escorts, premium accommodations, and fine service. This year, no longer holding that position, he arranged his own transportation, checked himself in, and poured his own coffee into a disposable cup. Addressing the audience, he shared a profound insight. All those privileges, the special treatment, the deference, the fine china, they were never for me as a person. They were for the position I held. What I truly deserved was this simple cup. This wisdom applies to all achievements. As you advance in your career and life, people will treat you differently. Doors will open. Opportunities will multiply. Perks will accumulate. Enjoy these privileges, but remember, they're attached to your role, not your essence. True humility isn't denying your achievements. It's recognizing that they don't make you inherently more valuable than others. It's understanding that every person deserves the same fundamental respect, regardless of their position. These 5 principles, pursuing opportunities without waiting for permission, cultivating collective strength, mastering the discipline of listening, embracing accountability, and practicing genuine humility, aren't just strategies for success. They're pathways to a more meaningful and impactful life. The revolution begins with a simple choice. Will you focus on barriers or possibilities? Will you invest in others or only yourself? Will you listen deeply or merely wait to speak? Will you own your contributions or blame circumstances? Will you let success change how you treat others? The world doesn't need more people merely climbing ladders. It needs leaders who lift others as they rise. It needs innovators who see beyond conventional limitations. It needs builders who create environments where everyone can thrive. The mindset revolution isn't about grand gestures. It's about daily choices that gradually transform everything around you. It starts now with your next decision.